Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Martine Chiella. In today's video, I'm just going to be getting the home ready. You guys already know how I like to leave things when I leave the home for the weekend. We're heading over to the cottage to close it for the season. But this video, I'm going to be doing a voiceover here over the 5 common mistakes that moms often make after childbirth. So during our postpartum, these are the 5 common mistakes a lot of us often make during our postpartum. So this is what I'm going to be covering for this video today. The first common mistake a lot of us make, the number one common mistake a lot of us make, is that we don't prioritize our own mental health and wellness when making decisions surrounding ourselves. Instead of inputting only what the professional or medical caregivers often give us, as well as how we feel, we combine that information together to make the best decision outcome for ourselves. A lot of times we don't focus on that, and we focus on other people's opinion and what other people are saying, and often it affects us. For example, when it comes to the decision of breastfeeding versus formula, instead of taking the input of our professionals and also listening to our bodies, a lot of times we often end up listening to a lot of people's opinion, and this tends to hinder our mental health and our wellness. The second biggest common mistake that a lot of us make during postpartum, once we have given birth, is that we do not ask for help. Receiving help is very important, and it is okay to receive help, and we need to start normalizing that. We have to speak up and start asking for help. No one will know what our mental state is or anything like that if we do not open up our mouth and ask for the help. I received help when I first had my first daughter from my sisters. My sisters would come over and they would help me wash the baby's clothes. And I also received help from my sisters from my church. They came over and they were cooking for me. So asking for help is okay, and it is normal, and we need to start normalizing that. The third common mistake that a lot of us make is that we don't say no for whatever reason it is that is best for both us and the baby. You reserve that right to say no when something just doesn't sit right with you and it is not okay with you. You reserve that right to say no for the wellness of yourself as well as the baby. The fourth common mistake I would say is allowing too much people at once to come when you've just given birth and you've just left the hospital and you've just met this new person in your life, and you are allowing a lot of people into that space, and sometimes people that are not approved for a visit. If you are not approved for a visit, do not come. Period. We need to learn those boundaries, and we need to enforce those boundaries. That is a common mistake a lot of us make. Sometimes people just don't understand that giving birth is a different field of things. A lot of times, most of us can barely operate movement from one location to the next, especially after you have had C-section, which I have had 2 times. And a lot of times these vaginal births as well, it is not easy walking after the first few times. So you need that space and you need that boundary. If people aren't approved, you need to put that boundary into place. So if you haven't been approved for a visit, not to come. And the last 5th common mistake that a lot of us make is regarding our phone. Goes in line directly with the 4th common mistake that I just discussed, is that don't let people guilt you into anything when it comes to messaging them back, calling them, texting them after you have just given birth. Okay, they need to understand, I am out, I am giving birth. When I am done, I will get back to you at my earliest convenience. Period. People are not going to understand that you can't just be jumping at every call that you are getting is simply because you have given birth. They want to hear from you. They want to hear everything. You can't be jumping at every call right away because they need to hear from you or they need to see pictures of the baby, whether it's family, everybody. They need to give you that space and you need to enforce these things. Yes, these are the type of things that will definitely ruffle a lot of feathers, but these are things and boundaries and common mistakes that we make as moms during our postpartum. And these are some of the things that we definitely need to discuss, address before and sometimes after we have given birth so that the transition is easier. I would definitely love to hear from you guys which one of these 5 common mistakes that you guys made on your first baby when you guys gave birth the first time, and which one of these 5 common mistakes were definitely not a repeat when it came down to your second or third baby. Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will be definitely seeing you guys in the next video. Bye for now.